But you know, this is only Castleford's second home game for 2 months. The Tigers restart in this second half. All bounces for Danny Sculthorpe to run it back. Castleford have conceded 26 tries more than Wakefield in 15 Super League rounds so far. There is certainly cause for concern there, I think, for Terry Matteson, who is facing his 77th match in charge. He's won 40 with the Tigers. The win against Warrington a week last Monday ended a sequence of 5 straight defeats in the league and the cup.
He would have been bitterly disappointed with the fact that they were just given the sucker punch just before the half-time break, when they had all the possession, all the ball, and it looked as though the Tigers were going to get over and get that vital try. But Blaymire, the runaway try, really has rocked them.
Obst at dummy half, and the kick is high from Rooney. Oh! And he just about managed to hold on to it, Stuart Donlan. Well, I tell you what, he could be a juggler in Blackpool Circus. Have a look at this.
Unbelievable. He didn't look all that confident, I must say.
Here it is.
It was a high kick, up off the shoulder too, then, yeah, nice. Simple. Could have spun a plate or two at the same time. Hit at plenty of height.
It was a great kick from Rooney. Here is Donlan, and the kick is down the line, and Blaymire will chase it. Let's go down to Bill. He's got Jason Dimitri with him, I understand.
That's right, Eddie. Wakefield's injured, skipper, and an injury, Jason, that we all thought was going to keep you out for 6 months, possibly even ruin your career, and yet the word is you're going to be back next week.
Yeah, I saw a specialist on Thursday, and he's really happy with the way the injury's healing, so it looks like getting in contact on Monday, and all being well, I'll get a game next week.
This is a neck injury. You've had a disc removed, haven't you?
Yeah, I had a disc taken out about 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago now, actually, so yeah, I'm just hanging to get back and playing.
You've obviously got a good recovery rate then.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the surgery...
Was your career on the line?
No, not at all. I think the press built it up more than it was. You know, and you talk about the spine and the neck, and you know, a lot of people think the worst, but I was never told that my career was over, so I focused more on that, and now I'm feeling great, ready to go.
And just briefly, this is looking pretty good for Wakefield.
It is. I thought our defence at the back end of the second half was outstanding. We spoke about it all week. We've probably dropped off that a bit lately, and we've really fixed it up, but you know, we need another big 40 minutes because Castle playing some good footy.
Thanks, Jason. Good luck.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, good luck to him for the future. It's a great recovery story. Wakefield, meanwhile, this is the 4th tackle coming up, and Rooney fires it to Brough, and Brough into the ball infield. Good defence from Castleford this time. Brough busy to Sculthorpe, stabs the ball through, looking for Tony Martin. I think Martin might have got it, you know.
I think he has. He'll go to the screen just to be sure with Ian Smith. Beautiful little chip through, wasn't it, there by Danny Sculthorpe. Not only has this big fella got the skills with the ball in hand, but the weight of the kick through was quite outstanding. Bump. Knew exactly what was happening, and so did Martin. You see better on from this angle. Here he comes. Knock on.
Wow, it just shows you that looked for all money like a try.
Certainly did. And it is a knock on by Tony Martin. This will be no try, be chalked off.
And a 20-metre restart for Castleford. Well, Tony Martin, he's had a try in the last 2 matches against Oldham in the Cup and against Wigan. And at first look, as I say, it looked as though Martin had got that ball down, but it's incredible what is shown up when the camera is just, or the videotape is just slowed down. The video referee, of course, is criticised in some places and some areas, but the value is immense. There's no question about that. Other sports really should take note.
Removes the doubt, and that's the beauty of it. Castleford realise they've got to really brush up now. They've got to start getting over the advantage line. They've got a good advantage here. They'll gain another 30-40 metres downfield. Henderson has worked hard since he came off the bench. Just messing around. Had hold of the jumper. Well, that was the best kick downfield from Dawn.
Here's Ned Caddick as Castleford look to capitalise on that escape.
And capitalise on the majority of possession that they've had in this game. We saw how much time they had attacking the opponent's line in the first half. Here's a great opportunity to strike first in the second.
Indeed so. That was a good run there from Liam Higgins. It comes back here to Luke Dawn. Lupton. Important tackle again from Henderson. Donlan to Dawn. Long to McGoldrick. Short.
Too static though. They've got to utilise the dummy runner coming on angle. You've got to try to confuse the defence. They're not doing that. It's virtually one out stuff.
Hubie played the ball to the other Henderson. That's the last tackle for Castleford. Ned Caddick is a dummy half. He give it to McGoldrick, who'll attack the line. Couldn't get it down. Loses the ball forwards as well. It's the turnover.
Well, they're being pushed into a situation where all they've got left is try to run from dummy half. One out far too often. Never even opted for the kick there. They really should have. Tony Madison, the coach, would have wanted to kick into the in-goal area, try to get another set of 6. You've just got to wear them down. You've got to camp down in the opposition's red zone, and they're failing to do that.
2 years ago, Castleford beat Salford here. Then they went to Wigan and won. It was the last time that they won 2 in a row in the Super League. And a couple of monkeys, they want to get off their backs here tonight. That 2 in a row business, and also the fact that they don't seem to know the way past Wakefield just now. Obst, great little kick. It bounces very kindly for Martin. Good tackle by Wainwright. Last one here for Wakefield. It's Danny Brough. Dabs it over the top into the space. Well picked up by Dixon.
Positioned himself well, but it was a beautiful aim kick by Danny Brough. They're looking a bit tired of the Tigers at the moment.
It just shows the variance though, doesn't it? He had Sam Wobb's kick before, Danny Brough kicked then, and Danny Sculthorpe kicked into the end goal. But we almost saw the try from Tony Martin. They've got such a variety in their kicking game. That's why they're hard to read. It's hard to predict what Wakefield are going to do.
It was a great kick from Sculthorpe. I know he's operating at loose forward tonight, but he's a prop forward normally. And that was a magnificent little dink to the in-goal area. Oh, Henderson's lost his way. McGoldrick will hump it downfield then. And he skips away from Blaymeyer. Gets it second attempt. Good chase.
Good tackle as well. Really didn't half finish them off.
Blanche flicks it into the arms of Gleeson.
Castleford have got that aggression back now about the defence that we saw at Warrington. That performance where 3 or 4 men getting involved, pushing their opponent back. They need to find that now for the next half an hour as Brough goes for a 40-20.
He has gone for a 40-20. Oh, it's a horrible bounce, and it's beaten Dixon.
And that shows you the advantage of this man's brain. Kicking on the 3rd tackle when he knows that there's no one at home. He's a game breaker, this kid. No doubt about that, okay. He had the backspin on it, and there was just nothing that Dixon could do about it. He thought he had it under control. It ticks over very quickly, this fella.
Signed from Castleford on a 3-year deal. They bemoan the fact in this part of the world that Castleford couldn't keep him because at the time that Wakefield came a-courting, Castleford didn't know their own fate. And that's why he's playing tonight in the white, red and blue of Wakefield and not in the yellow and black of Castleford.
And the mere fact that the coach was John Keir, that certainly helped matters.
But he doesn't tell him off much, does he? He's told us that. This is Brough, and now it's Atkins. Good offload to Sam Obst. Here's Henderson again, stumbling his way to the line. Over the top to Martin. Not with any great conviction, but Martin, trying to jink his way, is brought down. Obst again. Here is Sculthorpe. Oops, there's a knock-on by Liam Higgins.
If you're coming out of the
that
line...
looked like a deliberate knock-on, didn't it?
Yeah, if you're going to come out of the line, you've got to make sure that you get there.
I'm right in saying that should be a penalty, isn't it? Deliberate knock-on.
Well, in Australia, you'd probably get it, but we never, ever see it in this country.
I think the player would argue that he's going for an intercept there.
Yeah.
Benefit of the doubt.
Okay. Obst, standing at loose forward, gives it to Brough, who finds Blaymeyer. And it was a good tackle needed by Westerman, and hands in the ruck. It's a penalty to Wakefield. Brough might take the two here.
Yeah, they'll go for the two. They won't mess around. Oh, no!
They're tapping it. What do we know? Sculthorpe. Oh, and there's a player. Went down then. He's all right now. He's in the defensive line. Obst.
2 meters. 4 feet. Hold, go.
Brough. Sculthorpe. Oops. Wilkes. Wilkes goes to ground. 3 tackles gone. Henderson waits. Gives it to Rooney. Gives it to Blaymeyer. 1 out though from Wakefield.
Pretty good defence. Tigers are moving up quickly, especially out wide. Brough, will he come into involved in this game now?
There he is. That was played at, and it's play on. And McGoldrick has got it. And McGoldrick has lost it to Danny Brough. Fantastic stuff from Brough. And here is Wilkes. And this is a great opportunity to Wakefield here. Obst goes down on the tackle. Referees wipe the tackle count clean. There's 5 more to go from here. Rooney to Brough. Brough to Richard Moore. They play with such spirit, Wakefield. They play with such enthusiasm.
Well, they got back in numbers. You could see they got the intercept. And Brough made through, and he just ricocheted the ball out of his hands.
It's Wilkes again. Wilkes is stopped just short of the line. Obst is checking options left and right. Goes left to Brough. Another kick in behind the defence. It bounces. Oh, unkindly for Golden. And that's play on, says the referee.
Well, that's got to be a penalty. That's silly play.
Well, I don't know whether the ball was grounded, was it?
Well, he said he'd play the ball. He shouted out. Atkins just carried on. This was the one where they give the penalty away over the top. He said, I'll get the 2, and then they just completely ignored it. Went for the tap. Certainly played it that.
Brough did really well.
Did he ever? Wonderful stuff. And full credit to the Tigers. They really got him 5. Look at that. Bang. That's a knock-on. Then there's got the penalty, because look at that.
Yeah, I don't think that ball was on the deck when the Wakefield man effected the tackle. I think he was entitled to push him back.
I don't think so. I think the ball carrying arm hit the deck.
The other thing that we've just emphasised there is that the coach said 2 and the players said, let's go for broke. This is Ryan Clayton now for Castleford, returning from a couple of matches out.
That's the risk you take when you've got the likes of Danny Brough out there.
Netkatic gets the high speed. This is Boyle. Atkins, good tackle. Oh, and he's given offside against Richard Moore.
But you know what, we saw Castleford defend the line in a similar manner to how Wakefield did, and now they've gone the other end of the field. Haven't quite scored yet, but could this be a carbon copy of the end of the first half? Goal line defence, then counter-attack.
Well, they came back strongly, didn't they, in the final quarter against Warrington.
This is Luke Dawn,
They
on the inside.
All they need is a try now to set the nerves aflutter.
McGoldrick plays it to Moore. Moore gives it to Luke Dawn. Dawn gives the pass to Westerman. Desperate defence from Wakefield. Moore again. Scott Moore is pulled back. Westerman dummy half this time. Back he comes here to McGoldrick. Here's Dawn again. Dawn, good ball to Donlan. Oh! On the bounce finds Wainwright. I think they were looking for Richard Owen. They found Wainwright! And Wainwright gets there, does he? No, he's just short.
Danny Brough just got underneath him in time.
Referee in a great position then to make the call. Luke Dawn! He's over! Luke Dawn for Castleford. Second try in successive Super League games for Luke Dawn. And Castleford never say die. Wakefield bubbling with enthusiasm at one end and Castleford gritting their teeth and coming back into it at the other. Luke Dawn with his second try of the night. And game is far from over.
That's amazing. It looked as though they were going to get close, didn't they? Does he lose the football? Maybe it ricocheted. There was nowhere near the line, that was for sure. They did excellently well, but the pass here, Luke Dawn knew they were running out of numbers. Beautiful pass, combination between the two halfbacks, and Luke Dawn has sent this crowd absolutely crackers.
And Dixon has the extras. It's Castleford 16, Wakefield 18. And who has the more desire now?
And fully deserved, because they really use their rampaging forwards to get them into that position.
25 minutes remaining. Game still has to be won. Bill, injuries. I'm sure he's there. We've just lost communication to Bill. We'll get him in a minute. Get up to date. That's Scott Moore.
Well, remember they scored 4 tries in 11 to 12 minutes against Warrington. If they can put at least another one in the next 10 minutes, that really will lift their spirits.
Let's go back down to Bill.
Problem for Wakefield, and it might have been had an effect on that last try, in fact, because Tony Martin is in the dugout. He's got some sort of neck injury, came off in a lot of pain. Scott Cripps has gone on, but that will have disrupted Wakefield's defence. Tony Martin a key part of that.
McGoldrick with a kick, crossfield. Rooney's positioned himself well underneath it. And Richard Owen was there, and so too was Ryan Clayton.
It's important now the Tigers come in on the angle, make sure that they can force Wakefield into just one-out football. It's desperation time now. They've got to make sure that they don't allow Wakefield across the halfway line.
Danny Brough.
We've spoken about how good they are in regards to their kicking prowess. This Wakefield outfit, ooh, that's a mistake. Got away with it.
He did. Grix's pass was a little wayward. Golden plays the ball to Brough. Here is Richard Moore. Rampaging run from Moore. He goes down on the last.
That's a wonderful effort. They're well camped in now, this Castleford side.
Up goes the high bomb again from Brough. That's a bit too deep, is it? Maybe not. Oh, maybe not! Wainwright struck it. Ball's gone backwards. Play on, Damien Blanche. And Luke Dawn gets to him. Tries to roll him over the line.
Pretty close to it as well.
Blanche does brilliantly well then to stay in the field of play. This is Henderson. Wainwright with a big blunder underneath the high ball, but it was a real spiralling kick from Brough. Here is Wilkes. Moore with a good tackle, helped out by Boyle. Obst, Wakefield looking to respond immediately with Rooney. With Brough, quick hands, Atkins.
Good work from Shenton. He's still going though, is Atkins. They've got to get their numbers back. You can see there that are 4 in the tackle. Quick play the ball by Atkins and get the overlap.
This is Ricky Bybee. Rooney! An important ankle tap by Scott Moore. Brough again. Back it goes to Oliver Wilkes. Wilkes has lost it, has he?
It's a penalty. 2-on-1. May have been 3-on-1. He pinched the ball. It's a penalty.
It's a video referee.
It can't be a penalty try, but I think this is going to be a penalty to Wakefield.
Very hard here for Stuart Donlan. He has to attempt to put his arms on the ball. If Wilkes releases them, the ball, then it's a very, very harsh call against the defender, isn't it?
It's a strip. There's no two ways about it.
I don't think, to be fair, I don't think Oliver Wilkes would have let that ball go willingly.
No, Donlan has stripped it. There's no two ways about it.
Well, any player going over the line, a tackle by a fullback, will just release the ball, Eddie.
Okay. Well, it's pretty hard to do that, Phil. When you think about it, he may score the try, so why release it?
Penalty kick to the attack. The attack, of course, is Wakefield. No try. We knew that. Here is Moore again. Bybee, rather, it is. Ricky Bybee, beg your pardon. This is Obst. Obst gets it to Oliver Wilkes. He's going again for the line, Wilkes. Won't release it this time. Plays the ball to Obst. Back it comes to Rooney. On to Brough. Brough short ball. There is Moore.
Standing flat again, though. Got to get a little bit of depth. Come on the angle.
Stand! Hold!
Brough once more at dummy half. Rooney. Bybee. Blaymire dances away from a couple more. They had 2-1 overlap on the left-hand side. Might have been better served to get it out. And Danny Brough's kick is too deep this time. Castleford survived the onslaught.
Tremendous work there. And this is one of the few occasions, you know, where Wakefield really needed a three-quarter out there rather than a prop forward in Richard Moore. They had the overlap and they missed the opportunity.
Steve, I think that set of six just about sums up Wakefield's play. To me, there's been a lack of coordination, a lack of communication amongst their team. I'm watching Danny Brough, I'm watching Jamie Rooney. Sometimes they've got their hands up in the air, indicating we don't know what's going on. There's players that have been flat, there's players that have been too wide. I just think they've been one of those days where, for some reason, there doesn't seem to be enough communication amongst their troops.
Here's Castleford on the last tackle, meanwhile with Luke Dawn. He stabs it down the line.
Surrender!
Solid from Blaymire.
I agree with you, Sean. In basic terms, panic.
Well, to a certain extent, we saw a couple of sets of six ago. Danny Brough took a hit up on a second play. You're asking the smallest man on your team, your halfback, well, Sam Mobbs might be a fraction smaller, to take a ball up, and he's done it again. He's trying to, I think he's actually trying a bit too hard. He's over-trying a little bit, and I think he's getting a little bit frustrated, hence that kick that went dead before. That's not normal of a Danny Brough type kick. It may also be the pressure that's been put on by the Castleford side. Perhaps I'm not giving them enough credit.
This is Griggs again.
Keep coming.
Last tackle. Obst with a kick down the line for Damien Blanche to chase. He beats everybody, Donlan included.
Donlan quite happy to just let it go over the line. There are two very tired outfits out there as we just go into the final quarter.
And it's a very warm, humid, heavy day. An hour gone.
That's perhaps an exception to what I'm going to say, but most of the kicks from Wakefield are able to cause and create so much panic within the Castleford side. Now, when Castleford kick the ball, there isn't that sort of panic, is there? There isn't the threat from the Castleford kicks at the end of the set. I know they scored early in the match with the try into the kicking goal area, but since then, the quality, the accuracy and the threatening elements of the kicks haven't been there from Castleford.
Well, with both sides looking very tired, this is the point where I would be thinking, let's kick early in the tackle count before the two wingers have gone back. They're tackling well enough for the Tigers. They need field position.
They're looking for it here with Craig Hubie. Great pass to Dawn. Here is Richard Owen. Good tackle by Rooney.
He didn't like that.
Didn't like the look of Oliver Wilkes coming at him. Dawn. It's Donlan. Ryan Atkins wraps him up, dumps him down. Last one. Up in the air off McGoldrick. Blaymire gets it, does it? Yes, and legally, says Ian Smith. He had a little look then.
Well, they're claiming that he jumped and touched the ball, maybe a knock on. Was it reefed away?
Scott Griggs.
And again, Wakefield, they do get over that. That's good play the ball there. Quick thinking. They're applying the pressure.
Henderson.
Three good quick play the balls. Then they'll get the authority from Rooney and Brough.
Here's Rooney. Rooney, little hole. Obst again. Here is Brough. Up goes the kick once more.
It's a beauty.
Well played though on that far side. Kirk Dixon.
Super take. That was so tantalising for anybody. Interesting now, Wakefield don't... Oh, they've given away a silly penalty.
And he got a knock then, did Kirk Dixon as well.
I was just about to say, they can't afford to give away 30 or 40 metres now. And what does he do? He just grabs at the last bit. He's worked hard as Jason Golden, but it's times like this when you've got to use your brain box.
Boyle for Castleford. Often overlooked, this young man, as we praise the likes of Westerman and Shenton and Richard Owen. Ryan Boyle's only 20 years of age.
They're a hard-working unit. you've got to give credit to Terry Madison. He's certainly got some of the youngsters really firing. Oh, half break.
Great break it was from Peter Lupton. Plays the ball to Scott Moore. They go wide and find Westerman. Atkins missed him, the other two didn't.
10 metres. Hold. Go.
Moore again. Luke Dawn. Back it comes to Donlan. Short to Clayton. Last tackle here for Castleford.
Hold. Go.
Donlan waits. Gives it to Dawn. He'll hoist the kick now wide. Oh, there are men out here. But that's great defence from Wakefield.
But just compare and contrast the last two kicks at the end of the set. The one from Wakefield put Dixon under enormous pressure on his own line. This kick here, 10 metres from the line, no threat, no problem. Push the player over the sideline.
Go.
With the turnover anyway, and
Sorry, guys.
can the Tigers just keep Wakefield away? The last 5 occasions, the Wildcats have gone over the halfway and into the Tigers' possession.
10 metres right.
Bit different story to Millennium Magic the last time these two met, when Wakefield won 54-16. Great ball, that off the deck from Bybee to Rooney.
Had a chance there, but Ops just overran him. Quick play of the ball. You can see the Tigers are in all sorts of trouble.
This is Henderson again. He can't get the pass away though. Castleford back in numbers now as Brough attacks them. Gives it to Obst. Obst! Gleeson! Try! No, maybe not. He's lost it.
He's lost it.
Rooney's touched it down.
He has lost it short of the line as Gleeson, I'm sure.
Well, Wakefield are saying to Ian Smith the ball was stripped one-on-one as he went over the line. It was play on. Oh, it has been knocked out of his hands. This is going to be a try.
Yeah.
I didn't blow the whistle.
And the referee...
Rooney pounces.
The referee...
That's try time.
If it's a try for Rooney, you've got to give credit there to the referee, because he didn't blow for the knock-on. He waited and waited.
Certainly stripped one-on-one, or was it?
He's lost the ball. He's lost the ball.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I understand you've got to give the benefit of the doubt to the attacking, but he's lost the ball.
He's going for the ball here. Now
I think he's going backwards. I think that ball was going backwards off the Wakefield man, has been knocked forward by the Castleford defender.
this is a big call for Ashley Klein, the video referee. There's certainly a hand in there. That there's no doubt about it.
So Gleeson's claiming he's passed the ball backwards there, and then it's knocked forwards back into the in goal area by Wainwright.
Yes.
So that should be a try.
It's amazing that Gleeson and his Wakefield teammates haven't walked back then in anticipation of a try being awarded.
Well, I wonder what Ashley Klein's version of events is.
I think he's going to give it.
It's a try for Wakefield. Rooney gets the try. The referee and the video referee get the bird from the Castleford supporters, unsurprisingly, but I think that's a try.
He's got it spot on as far as I'm concerned, as Mr. Klein. It was a wonderful effort though by Wainwright. Let's give him some credit for that. Back on the inside, Ops has had a real big game for me. He really has tried hard. Wainwright did everything possible to prevent it. Back on the inside, he's been everywhere, man, this little fella. Wainwright did ever so well. But Rooney, that old story about playing to the whistle has come to the surface yet again. It meant a lot to these guys and gals, but I must say, a little bit of luck perhaps goes your way.
Second or two ago, Danny Brough adds the extras. 24-16 to the Wildcats. They have the 8-point advantage back again. Well, the Castleford supporters here are furious with that decision, but I think if they look carefully, if they've Sky Plussed it at home tonight, and they'll take it through the system frame by frame, they will see that Ashley Klein got it right.
Now watch it 20 or 30 times, Eddie, and it still won't be right as far as they're concerned.
I think the question that Ashley Klein had to ask was, did Sean Gleeson ever lose control of that football?
It was stripped.
And at what point was it? And if he has lost control, exactly, Steve-O, was it stripped? And if it was, where did the ball go? And I actually think it's a try. I agree with the referee, but I could also understand that he might have accepted somewhere in that play before it was stripped that he might have lost control of the ball.
Jamie Rooney's trying to do a Danny Brough with a 40-20, but this time the ball stands up for Wainwright, who runs back strongly. Ooh, there was a maybe use of a little forearm there by Wainwright in the throat of Sam Obst, but Obst isn't complaining about it, to be fair to him.
Well, there's still plenty of time left for the Tigers to get back into this game. They'll have to do things quickly. They've got to still... Good run from McGoldrick.
Fantastic effort that was from McGoldrick, and he's screaming at the Wakefield defenders for the quality of that tackle. He wasn't happy with it.
Not only that, I think he was looking at the official. He got his leg lifted. He should have been a penalty.
Lupton. Clayton's gone without it.
And they will not be rushing to form the scrum here, Wakefield. Neither are Castleford. You've got to understand that time's running out. They should have been there pretty quickly to stop the clock. He has now.
Don't slow it down, Sam. Bind. Shoot it. Time back on.
One of the reasons why St Helens are such a good side is because even when they're behind, they still believe that they're going to win, and they put their opponents under pressure even when they're behind on the scoreboard. Now that's more difficult for a side at the bottom of the league, but it's what Castleford continue to need to do right here.
12 minutes and counting. This awful record that the Tigers have against Wakefield is at the moment looking like it's going to continue. Atkins is on his way to the sideline here.
I keep mentioning it, Eddie, but the biggest problem for the Tigers is that every time on the last when they kick through, Wakefield get the ball, they allow the Wildcats to get into their own half. They're controlling the game. May not be pretty, but they're in charge of it.
Oliver Wilkes again. It's the last one, just over halfway this time. Only 25 metres gained forward, but there'll be more here from Rooney. Kick towards the corner, but that is just the wrong angle. It's a 20-metre restart for Castleford. 11 minutes, 8 points.
He was still in front of the line.
Richard Owen was not back behind the 20-metre line, so the referee did not allow Castleford to take that restart.
And that's a real bad problem for Richard Owen. Unless he's injured, he's sending out the wrong signals to his teammates and the opposition. Get back on side so that your teammates can get into the game.
Well, this is where the Wildcats will really muscle up.
Out, Richard Owen.
They're out on the feet, but I think both sides are, Eddie. It's
penalty here. This is manna from heaven for Castleford.
one of the few occasions they've been down deep in the Wakefield quarter. Dawn bumps it into the corner.
Kinkeer barks the instructions down the mic as Clayton drives it forward for Castleford. That's the first tackle. They're 10 metres away from the Wakefield line. Moore showed it to Boyle, had a run, gave it infield to Cack. Still going, Ned Cack. Stand and play it to Moore again. Luke Dawn. Dawn, back it comes to McGoldrick. McGoldrick short ball. That's the man! That was all right. The legs were up, but they turned him on his back. Glad they did too. Good stuff. It could be Shenton. It could be. Held up, says the referee.
Take it back for the fourth. Boy, they got back in numbers there, didn't they?
Great defence that from the Wildcats. They have to defend again here as Dawn finds Clayton. In quick hands it gets out to Richard Owen. Takes two to bring him down. That's how close Castleford are. What a finish it would be if they scored here. Lovely kick through by Dawn, but well watched that was by Blaymeyer.
Did the right thing as well. He didn't panic. He knows that possession is so vital. Neat little step to put them in the position. And it's becoming monotonous, this. Look at the amount of room that they're allowing the big forwards to trundle through. They're near the halfway line after only 2 tackles. They're on the third now.
And into Castleford territory they go with Richard Moore.
Oh, there's a problem. Two Tigers crashed.
Play on.
And Wakefield just lost their momentum, but Scott Moore is pinged by the referee for being offside, and I tell you what, Wakefield will take the 2 on offer here. I bet John Keir has got the 2 fingers up.
Listen, the guy with the kicking tee.
He's on, he's there.
He was out very quickly indeed. Probably John Keir would have said, would you try to tell or explain, politely of course, to Danny Brough that we will take the 2 on offer.
Ryan, 2 metres, that way.
And that is exactly what this fellow will do.
Yeah, and I think the 8 or 10 points doesn't really... I don't think John Keir's thinking that so much, the extra 2 points. I think that's a bonus. He's thinking about the time on the clock. And Danny Brough has tried to take as much time as he can. The referee hasn't wound it down. Oh, he might do now. There you go. I don't think Danny Brough did that. I don't think he forced that somehow. He's a very clever kicker if you can get that to happen with the ball.
Well, it was quite alert by the official, Ian Smith.
Well, in real money, what is 10 centimetres, Phil? How many inches is 10 centimetres?
I only went to school after they changed the decimal point, so...
It's 2.5 centimetres to an inch, so you can work that out.
So it's about 4 inches then. It's probably legal then if that's the case, and it's effective anyway, because it's a 2 points. Whether it's 2.4 centimetres to the inch or not, it's 2 points for Danny Brough.
Well, it's just an extra nail in the coffin, really, isn't it? Clock's ticking away.
Sorry, Phil, I thought you did a maths degree. I do apologise.
No. And post-decimalisation, my education.
Me too. It's still 2.40 pence in the pound to Steve-O.
Don't worry, I was hiding underneath the table. I thought you were going to ask me.
Well, Wakefield now, it's theirs to lose. Can Castleford score 2 converted tries to win this match?
Well, it's just going to be the old-fashioned rugby league football, isn't it, that we've often seen from the John Keir outfits. But boy, it's effective. They may have had a bit of quality in the 2 halfbacks in Rooney and Brough at times, and I've been impressed with Sam Obst. He's worked overtime, he's worked, done some good stuff from dummy half, but it's been the forwards that have got them in this position.
Remember, of course, what happened a couple of weeks ago at Warrington. Castleford scored 4 in 11 minutes. That's a great kick from Brough. But it's been done to Castleford a few times here this season. Harlequins, for instance, won the match in the last 5 minutes here. Oh, the Tiger doesn't look too impressed.
Matt, bind them. And your hand round. Time still in. Paint.
Well, they're all offside, Wakefield, if that's the case. The referee said that's still in. Then he shouted out, and Castleford had moved up too quickly. McGoldrick, short ball.
None of them have gone back to 10. That should be another penalty.
Just get on with it.
McGoldrick again.
Pretty smart work by Matt Blamire, the Wakefield fullback. He's not gone deep. He's anticipating the little chip over.
Castleford need to score in this set of 6 if they are going to have a chance, you feel.
Hold. Go. Jamie, you're out of it.
Dawn. Gleeson, oh, he just flings it away. Dawn to Donlan. They've lost a bit of momentum there. Great work from Gleeson, to be fair. Here's Caddick. Bibbs after him. Sculthorpe and Bibb combine. Last tackle. McGoldrick, they're running it. Westerman dabs it through. Picked up by Blamire.
That's the point I was making, that Blamire read the script absolutely superbly. And they've got them for not standing square.
Well, he's got them for not standing square. He could have had any one of the Castleford Tigers' defensive line for not being back to 10.
Sheer desperation. He's worked hard, as he always does, Joe Westerman, but Wakefield are quite happy to just trundle it downfield. They're a big outfit, aren't they, in the forwards, Wakefield. And they'll be very pleased, John Keir, with the fact that they've shared the work.
Here's Bibb.
It's been nothing fancy, but it's been effective. And he's got away with 2 points, 2 valuable points, in their quest to get to the playoffs.
Good ball to Henderson from Rooney. Just looking at the the list of players who will be coming back for John Keir shortly. It will be like a few new players entering the camp. That's Blaymeyer to Brough, will stab it to the in-goal area, Brough, but that will run dead. Let's listen to the list that he's got coming back. Brad Drew, who is away at the moment. Adam Watine. Paul Riley's been out for a long time. Jason Dimitru, we've heard. Brett Ferris. You know, there is some talent there. Tavita Leolatu, for instance. Dale Ferguson. They'll have the equipment to make it to the top 6. Here's Shenton. Play on, says the referee. Katic.
No, it just went back. How? 2. Danny with me. Pull. Go.
That's McGoldrick who got the ball away.
How? 3. Wait. Go.
Here's McGoldrick once more. Dawn. Short ball to Clayton. Well, there was nowhere that Clayton was going then, only to the deck under the challenge from Gleeson. Donlan, Dawn, switches the direction, finds McGoldrick.
There's nowhere to go.
Still.
Nowhere to go, no idea. This defence from Wakefield has been superb, especially in this second half.
McGoldrick gets the ball away short. Knock on by Atkins. The pass was from Katic. And Castleford race to form the scrum.
You do have to bear in mind that Castleford have played this game without the scrum half, Brent Sherwin. Now, if you took Danny Brough out of the Wakefield side, said he wasn't playing, it might level things up a little bit. It's been a massive effort from the Tigers, particularly without the brains.
Back on. Out.
Luke Dawn. Wakefield will make the 6 tonight. They will, because this is Damien Blanche, and Damien Blanche has got the pace, and he's going to go over for the clinching try, and it's his second touchdown today for the Wildcats. They have the hex on the Tigers at the moment. Wakefield inside the 6. Warrington Harlequins will play tomorrow, so Wakefield go into the top 6 tonight. And Damien Blanche with the match clinching try, his second. 5th try for Wakefield, only 3 from Castleford. And John Keir has certainly got the spell over his opposite number at the moment.
Certainly has. This is the second intercept that you could call. It was an error. Whipped it straight off the floor. His first came with wonderful positioning. He knew he had the pace, and he knew that the game was in the bag. Nice put down. Happy on the terraces, and why not? It has been a very solid, good performance by Wakefield, one that their coach John Keir will be extremely pleased with, especially with the pack of forwards that have worked tirelessly throughout. But his defence, they really have put their shoulder to the grindstone and never allowed the Tigers into this game in the second half at all.
Brough to try and add the extras. And Brough adds 2 more points to the total. 32-16. It looks comprehensive enough now.
Well, it's comprehensive, Eddie, in terms of looking at the scoreline, but we all know watching the game it hasn't been that comprehensive. And Castleford have really gone out and played, as I said, they played expansive from the opening stanzas in this game, but it just hasn't quite come off for them. They put themselves under enormous pressure, turned over too much football. Wakefield, on the other hand, I think in coaching terms, you'd probably describe this as an ugly win. It's one of those wins where you'd say, well, we didn't quite get things right, wasn't quite well coordinated, but we were tough and we stuck to what we had to do and we defended our line very well. I think that's what John Keir will be very happy about.
Well, he's delighted, as I say. He's a man from this part of the world, and his team have come up trumps for him. They went behind early to a Luke Dawn try, but then Brough and company got going.